Anyone who tries it, it comes with, of course, a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. You'll try one piece, you will never, never turn back.
We are wildly busy. Please be patient with us. With everybody on the phone line, it doesn't look like there'll be any left. I wish Andrew could press a button and make more of these, but if you're a fan of Choco Nouveau, this has got to be on your hit list to try it. If you love coffee, if you love chocolate, you have to try it. We often talk about the fact that, you know, there's flavor and then there's the health factor to it. It's an amazing marriage, Andrew, and it really is a breakthrough product.
And it's still affordable.
Yes.
This is gourmet chocolate, but more than gourmet chocolate, most gourmet chocolate isn't organic and fair trade. All three of those things make for a very expensive chocolate. Then it's dark chocolate, and dark chocolate is usually bitter and unpleasant. It's dry, it's flaky. Our dark chocolate is not bitter, it's rich, it's not dry, it's creamy. And our chocolate will lower your cholesterol 10, 15, 20%. If you make some great changes in your diet while you use the chocolate, you can get the sort of reductions in cholesterol only available with medications. And this works perfectly with any cholesterol-lowering drug. It's not a drug. It's not a medicine. But again, you could expect a substantial reduction in total and LDL cholesterol. What's even better, with our Choco Nouveau is the most incredible chocolate in the world. You could read the reviews. Most Americans don't like dark chocolate. Right. So I kind of braced myself when I introduced this for a product that would be reviewed around 2.5 or 3 stars, because most Americans don't like dark chocolate. It's well over 4 stars, and the most common review you'll read is, I normally don't like dark chocolate, but, and I usually hate dark chocolate, but. So it's truly unique, and in adding the cafe component, and again, I'm salivating. I haven't eaten for 24 hours. This is cruel and unusual punishment.
I'm sorry, Andrew. I'm sorry. Right this is low calorie though, Andrew. So this is okay.
It's only 26 calories a piece, so it's extremely low calorie. Also, 26 calories of my Choco Nouveau contains less sugar than blueberries, which are healthy and low in sugar, than cucumber. Wow. So it's incredibly low in sugar, and we're able to make it so low in sugar because our chocolate isn't bitter.
Right.
It's rich. So it really, I don't exaggerate when I say it truly is the most delicious dark chocolate you will ever taste. And it is also the only dark chocolate that has the cholesterol-lowering power that this possesses. This is more powerful cholesterol reduction than oatmeal or oat bran, unless it's my oatmeal or oat bran, because then we add the same ingredients, our plant sterols we add to that. So again, there's nothing like this. I wish I could say there were other products like it, but this, and certainly now adding the cafe component, and as the graphic says in the screen that I just noticed, it has all the same cholesterol-lowering power of Choco Nouveau, but it just has this incredible hint of coffee flavor, but with a subtle little crunch, just a subtle little crunch. It's really amazing. It's so much better than I anticipated. When I anticipated a good result, I never anticipated it to be as good as this is. So you'll be thrilled to try it. It truly is a remarkable, remarkable product.
You got to give this a go, everyone. We're actually taking final orders right now. We are the final few hundred available in each size. If you do want to order, we're looking at 10, 30, 60, 120, or the 180 serving, so that you can see the kind of the tiered sizing there. You will love this. It satisfies you. Maybe on an afternoon, you have a nice hot drink, a hot cup of tea, and you have this. Put some in the drawer at work. It's just a little treat that is good for you and satisfies you.
It is the perfect dessert, the Choco Nouveau Cafe. So it will get that chocolate craving, that sweet craving, and the coffee craving, all in 26 calories. That's low in sugar. So imagine that. You get that yummy little texture in your mouth, the sweetness, the mouth feel. You also get that coffee flavor. It's just the perfect way to end a meal. And guess what? You have a piece of this with a couple of meals a day, your cholesterol is going to drop by 10, 15% at minimum. So that's really what you could expect with this product, is a 10 to 15% reduction. If you have a piece with each meal, 15%. If you start increasing your fiber intake, reducing the animal products you might eat, you could see a reduction of 20 or 30% or more.
There's just no downside. It's a remarkable, I mean, the flavor, the taste, the texture, the creaminess, the gourmet element to it. It's the nicest, finest, gorgeous chocolate you've ever tried, but then it also is helping to lower your cholesterol at the same time. I mean, it's remarkable. And you're the first in the world to try this new flavor. Those of you that are watching tonight will be Andrew's first customers to be able to truly choose the size that they want and get this new experience that I think is just, I think the reviews are going to be stellar on this, Andrew. I mean, I'm on my second piece already.
And as I've often said, if I didn't say anything about the benefits in terms of heart health, and that I think this product would be more popular, Choco Nuvo in general, just because I think a lot of us immediately dismiss something healthy as something that can't taste great.
Sure.
But this product, I will put up our Choco Nuvo, our regular Choco Nuvo, our Choco Nuvo Cafe against any chocolate treat in the world. We use the finest chocolate, plus it's organic and fair trade, so it's responsible to you and the planet. And it just has a texture, because of our cholesterol-lowering ingredients, that no dark chocolate in the world can rival. None. So it really is a one-of-a-kind chocolate. So if you don't like the cafe version, you'll love the regular Choco Nuvo as well. But our Choco Nuvo Cafe, just when I introduced Choco Nuvo, I never expected we'd be able to accomplish that in a product. But I'm even more surprised by Cafe than I was by Choco Nuvo. It really came out great.
Final orders, folks. We see you on the phone line. You can always go to hsn.com. It's very popular. We talked a lot over the past 24 hours about maybe small decisions, small changes that we can make in our life for the new year that will have longer term benefits. And Andrew, this is maybe a small change. Maybe we love chocolate and we eat chocolate. We'll just switch to this chocolate. That's an easy change to make.
And dark chocolate has more protective compounds in it than green tea or red wine. We forget that. So dark chocolate is incredibly healthy. You have a couple of pieces with you have a piece with, say, your 2 largest meals of the day. You're going to be lowering your cholesterol. You're giving yourself the highest concentration of protective compounds, because that's going to come from chocolate. And also, you're probably eliminating desserts or treats, because even though this is just 26 calories, it is unbelievably satisfying and fulfilling. So you will enjoy this, and the benefits will flow. You'll be thrilled you tried it just as a tasty treat, but I think even beyond that, you're just going to fall in love with it as a healthy treat. You'll end up being another ambassador like I am for Andrew, because you will share this with friends and family members. You'll have this out if folks come over to visit at the house. It's an experience. It's a new discovery, a curious discovery that folks don't believe at first. They think you've been to the mall and spent a lot of money on gourmet chocolate. They're individually wrapped, they're low calorie, and they're fabulous. Now, we're not going to leave out all of our existing Choco Nuvo fans. If you love Choco Nuvo traditional, the regular version, Andrew, that is also available tonight, and the details are at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, it's also available at special purchase price as well. And we have our 66%, our 74%, or 91%. The only difference between the Cafe and the standard Choco Nuvo is the addition of the Cafe. Right. So when you're looking at 66%, that really emulates milk chocolate. Our 74% is rich dark chocolate, again with the creamy texture of milk chocolate. Our 91 is just amazing, that it's almost pure cocoa bean, almost pure chocolate at 91%, which is usually dry like sandpaper. Right. Yet because of our cholesterol-lowering ingredient, it has a creamy texture like milk chocolate. So they really are unlike anything you've ever encountered in the world of chocolate. And the Choco Nuvo Cafe, I wish I was there, because you don't normally hear me this excited about the product. But if you could see me, you would see how, if you just saw me on the set when I was talking to Colleen or Shannon or you, Adam, saying that you have to try these. Yep. These are unbelievable. This is so much better than I ever dreamed of it being. So hopefully everyone gives it a try, because you will love it, and all it delivers is the highest concentration of protective compounds of any food, which is chocolate, more than, as I said, green tea or wine. It also delivers power of cholesterol reduction, and it also delivers a tool to substitute for those snacks or sugar-based desserts that we don't need to eat any more of.
It's a win-win, and we're thrilled that you're ordering it. Stay right there. We'll let you know if and when they all sell out. It looks like it's certainly going to happen. We want to kind of stop down for a second on perhaps one of the most requested products at this time of year. We talk about a new year and new habits, new routines. Maybe a multivitamin has been on the horizon for you. Maybe your friends or family or other half takes one of the regular ones, let's say like a Centrum or a One A Day. This is where we start. Step one in the Andrew Lessman line of vitamins and supplements, his essential one. This is his comprehensive multivitamin. I take it every single day. We only have 4 minutes. I wish we had 40 minutes on it. If you only choose one item today, it has surely got to be this. And Andrew, for all the benefits that we know a multivitamin can bring to us, I always find it important to convey that when you stack your multivitamin up against the other big guys that are out there, the ones that we all know and all see, it really is an unfair comparison. Yours is in a different league.
Well, that's what I often say. It's that, you know, if someone asks me to compare this product, Essential One, to our competition, I just say that's kind of cruel.
Right.
It's just unfair. They're like two entirely different products. And when you started talking about it, you said, where should someone begin? Where should someone start? That is the most frequent question I'm asked. That was the most frequent question leading into these shows. Right. Where do you start? And the next few products, that's really what we're going to go over. A lot of the products we spoke about in the first hour were more sort of specialty products that it's very easy to identify the reason why you take them. Essential One is the very definition of a healthy diet. Because what defines a healthy diet? A diet that's rich in nutrients and avoids things we don't want, like too much sugar and things like that. But rich in nutrients means rich in vitamins and minerals. So Essential One is a one capsule daily multivitamin, but as the label says, 2,000 IU of vitamin D3. It's like a separate vitamin D3. So most people, a separate vitamin D3 is 1,000 or 2,000 IU or so. Sure. So our Essential One starts with 2,000 IU of vitamin D3. It also delivers 250 micrograms of the world's most unique B12. It's B12 that actually is absorbable. Most B12, people think about it, they think, oh, I have to get an injection or I have to get an IV because you can't absorb B12 when you swallow it. Not so with our B12. So this is the place to start. If you're only going to swallow one small capsule, and all my capsules are small, one easy-to-swallow capsule that will never upset your stomach. And not that it means that it's gentle on most stomachs. I designed this product to be gentle on even the most sensitive stomachs. So we designed this at a lot of folks who suffer from GERD, gastric esophageal reflux disease, and a lot of folks do, that they're afraid to take a multivitamin because it's going to repeat on them, it's going to upset their stomach. This is a multivitamin that you could enjoy confidently. And it delivers the nutrients, the key ingredients that you want. It delivers lutein, lycopene, and zeaxanthin, which you never see in any of the leading multivitamins. So it's really an opportunity to do something affordably that provides the foundation to good health.
I'm very conscious that there's a lot of us that want to take advantage of this right now because it's the beginning of the year and it's a good time to say, yes, the pricing is coming to an end. This is the last show of Andrew's visit. So if you're somebody that's saying, listen, I only want to take one vitamin a day. I need one easy to swallow capsule per day. I don't want to do anything else. I just want one thing per day. It's got to be this. And if you're looking, the reason why we have so many hundreds of people ordering right now, and we're very, very busy. Please be patient with us. You can get the 360 capsule supply, which obviously makes a lot of sense if it's going to be one per day. Normally it's $149.90. Today it's $109.90. There are so many things, not to speak out of turn, Andrew, but most of us who are watching television right now that are taking a multivitamin that is a rock hard tablet. If we just stopped there, your product is already better than theirs.
Well, it's dramatically better just in terms of easier to swallow, no artificial colors, no binders or fillers or additives. We just put the ingredients in, the vitamins, the minerals, the carotenoids. We add nothing else. It's very difficult to make it that way, but that's what you deserve. You don't need to be doing something supposedly healthy, taking a vitamin, and then getting a bunch of additives and artificial colors, let alone a gummy where you're getting a bunch of additives and sugar. Now, a gummy multivitamin is just crazy. The potency is going to be low, and you're probably getting somewhere between 10 and 35 calories of sugar. That makes no sense at all, and it's not a healthy product at all. But our Essential One is unique. It really is the best place to start. A multivitamin is really the best place for everyone to start, but ours makes the most sense if you just really break it down. And if you look at my product, a lot of folks assume, because we say it's so mild and gentle even to the most sensitive stomachs, most people assume, oh, that means that it's got to be low potency. No, we deliver higher potency. We deliver, just in critical B12, we deliver almost 100 times the potency of the typical multivitamin. And that's because B12 is so poorly absorbed in their products, generally not absorbed at all. But our products are protected so you can absorb it. We give you 2,000 IU of vitamin D3. We give you levels of vitamins that, unfortunately, the other products haven't changed their nutrient levels almost during my entire lifetime, and I'm no spring chicken. So it's sad to say, but this product also, by the way, talk about a product that's evolved. From the time, even if you just looked, when I was on, I had Essential One 40 years ago when we first started. Yeah. But when I was even originally on QVC 30 years ago about, our Essential 100, since that time, I bet in the 30 years I've changed this product more than 20 times. I believe it. I believe it. It gets better and stronger and more powerful. And if you can see, I get very enthused and very passionate about this. You just, for anybody watching at home, I know there's many folks that are watching that have been with Andrew for 10, 20, 30, 40 years. And there's a lot of folks watching that have never seen this show before. That is the world's finest multivitamin. That's not just my opinion. If you compare it, there is no comparison. We have still a dozen products to get to. I know we only have 45 minutes left. Just a reminder to tune in at 10:50 Eastern Time, so about 35 minutes from now, where our final product of the show, the wonderful team with Andrew, have agreed to show off my pick of the year, and I'm so excited to tell you about it. So that's at the end of the show. But Andrew, you mentioned some of the foundational products, the big hitters, as it were. So we're gonna go from Essential 1 to, of course, maximum omega-3. And because what I try to do, and we'll talk about CoQ10 in a second, if someone's only going to take one capsule that I make, Essential 1 is really the best idea, but for a lot of folks who really target energy, CoQ10, which we'll talk about in a moment, that could be an alternative. Right. If they were only going to swallow one capsule, I'd say I'd opt for Essential 1, but CoQ10 is also not a bad idea, and if you could take both, even better. But the reason why we went to a maximum essential omega-3 next is just like a vitamin and a mineral and a carotenoid, your body can't make these fatty acids. And these fatty acids are defining of the structure of your brain. So just as calcium is critical to your bones, omega-3, specifically DHA, which is the omega-3 we target, most companies do not, they target EPA, but what we target in our omega-3, that's more important to your brain in terms of structure than calcium is to your bones, than protein is to your muscles. That's something, and then if we go even further, that DHA, that omega-3, it's even more important to the retina of your eye. So omega-3 is something that work right hand in hand with our vitamins and minerals. They're an essential nutrient, just like those vitamins and minerals, Essential 1. So answering those dozens of questions that came in talking about where do I start and where do I go, Essential 1 is really the best place to start, and then followed by, say, our maximum essential omega-3 to get the omega-3 fats that are just like the vitamin in that your body can't make them. I wanted to, and I forgot to mention it to you yesterday, Andrew, when I saw you, but it's amazing to me that certainly this time of year, you'll go into the store or even the big box store and you are surrounded by vitamins. And I think for most of us, you know, we like to be in many cases skeptical, but in also many cases very trusting.
And it's hurtful in some ways that many of us are buying a product that might not be delivering what we need in the correct form for maximum benefits. And I think it's such important information that you have always shared.
Well, I mean, I hate to sound harsh, but when you say might not be delivering what we want, unfortunately, the substantial majority of omega-3 products on the market, it's not a might not. They are definitely not delivering what you want.
Right.
First of all, the experience isn't going to be great. The capsules are enormous, yet they don't contain a lot. The capsules also contain typically a synthetic form of omega-3, not a natural form. The natural form is the triglyceride form. The synthetic, cheaper form is the ethyl ester. So, and again, those forms, they typically contain, by, I'd say, 98, 99%, focus on EPA rather than DHA. A lot of them don't even declare the levels, but they focus on EPA rather than DHA, and DHA is the most important omega-3 for the brain, for the eye, for the heart, and I would say that's why most of us are taking omega-3s for the brain, the eye, the heart. So if you're taking omega-3 for those reasons, you want to get both. You want to get the EPA and the DHA, but the DHA is the target molecule. So again, it's sort of unfair to compare us to our competition, but unfortunately, the competition really doesn't go about following the science as religiously as they should, and I do.
Well, we've kind of briefly given an overview that CoQ10 was coming up and the importance of this product. We're going to do it right now. For everybody that's asking about it, the finest CoQ10 product in the world. And there's a lot of history here between the Andrew Lessman brand and CoQ10. Andrew, as we stand here in 2020, there are now 3,300 five-star reviews. What makes your CoQ10 so exceptional?
Well, again, it goes back to the science. CoQ10 is absolutely a superstar in terms of an ingredient. But like any superstar, when you see a major star in a movie, they're not all alone. They're co-stars. There's a director. There's a producer. You can't do things entirely on your own. In fact, the more important your job is, the more you need assistance in accomplishing it. So CoQ10, it's naive for other companies to use CoQ10 and likely not the best. But even if they use the best CoQ10, it's naive to think it can accomplish and deliver its benefits on its own, which now goes to the reason why I said, if Essential One is really the place to start if you're only going to take one capsule a day. It's the best place to start. But if you wanted to end there, that's the best place to start and end. If you're going to also maybe consider something else as one capsule a day, instead of Essential One, the only place I might consider would be CoQ10. And that's only if, say, some issue, say energy was really an important issue. And the reason I say that is our CoQ10 comes with high-potency vitamin C, separate, all mixed in, and high-potency B-complex, high-potency B12. So it's really like a mini multivitamin along with it. So that's the only reason I would say that. Ideally, if you want to have the perfect foundation of essential nutrients, because even though your body can make a little bit of CoQ10, once we're past the age of 30 or 35, as far as I'm concerned, we don't make enough, so that it really is important that we treat it like a vitamin. We need to supplement it because we don't have enough internally. So Essential One, max essential omega-3, make sure we get the vitamins, the minerals we need, the essential fats that we can't manufacture, and then the CoQ10, essential for all energy production, and also, unfortunately, something that our body struggles to make adequate levels of as we get older.
When we kind of hone in on that word, the energy word, because energy is what is, I mean, it's so key. You get out of bed and you don't have a lot of energy, or halfway through the day and the energy levels have kind of just started to drag. When you don't have the right energy, nothing feels as bright and cheery as it should do. CoQ10 is on my list. It's one of the ones that I take every single day. I don't think I could do this job without it. It's something that has had an impact. In fact, let's read just a couple reviews, 3,300 of them, of course. We just chose a few. This is from Lois in Florida, the best on the market. I've been taking CoQ10 along with Andrew's other vitamins and supplements since the beginning of time. I like the capsules, freshness of the product, special pricing on his visits, and integrity of his company. I am 67 and attribute my good health to taking this and his products since he started with HSN. The benefit for me is being healthy and not having to take any pharmaceutical medications. Thank you, Andrew, for helping me to stay healthy. Last one, definitely a winner for me. My doctor recommended CoQ10 because I have difficulty with higher dose statins. I chose the Lessman brand because of the quality and was happy to see it contains vitamin B12. After taking it for 2 weeks, I definitely have a higher level of energy. No more mid-late afternoon slumps in energy. I will definitely keep taking this product, and that's from Ginger in North Carolina. Again, so many powerful words with regards to it.
And a couple of important points there. CoQ10 is not a stimulant. You can take CoQ10 before you go to sleep.
Right.
The way CoQ10 works is the most common sense way of supporting energy production. We have, 100 trillion cells in our body. Each of our cells contains these powerhouses that produce energy. Those little powerhouses are called mitochondria. Those mitochondria are responsible for producing all our energy production, and inside those mitochondria, CoQ10 is responsible for moving those electrons that is the energy that we experience. So CoQ10 is not a stimulant, it's not a drug, but it's the most common sense way to approach energy production because it goes to work in every cell in our body in the powerhouses of those cells. And then you mentioned statin drugs, which was a really common question. Statin drugs, what little CoQ10 we can synthesize as we age, statin drugs suppress that synthesis. So if you're taking a statin drug, you need to pay attention. You need to take a CoQ10 and talk to your cardiologist, talk to your doctor. It just goes without saying, or just do some good research out on the internet, and you'll see how important CoQ10 is. If you're taking statin drugs, if you're taking antidepressants, if you're taking drugs for osteoporosis, if you're taking drugs for hypertension, they affect the synthesis of CoQ10 in your body.
I always encourage, as you do, Andrew, people to do their research and do their homework, and I never say it lightly, but people up and down this great country will go out today and buy a CoQ10 product because they want to get the new year off to a good start. That's the best you can buy. That is the best you can buy on so many levels. We're doing the big hitters, the important, certainly, topics of conversation in the new year. We've talked about omega-3, we've talked about Essential 1, we've talked about CoQ10. Let's go to eye support, because this is one which is overwhelming. In some respects, it brings tears to your eyes what people will say about Ultimate Eye Support. They'll talk about helping to support their vision, of course, age-related changes. But this is a formula that's evolved, which really helps assist with the challenges that we put up with regards to our eyes, and what our eyes have to put up with as well.
It's, the aging process, the way we live, it unfortunately challenges our vision. And we see the changes. I'm now over 60 years of age. I see the changes. But my changes, frankly, when I go twice a year and I have my pressures taken, because you want to do that. I always say it's very important. At least once a year, have your doctor check the pressure of your eye to make sure you're not at risk or experiencing any changes associated with glaucoma. Also, look at your retina to make sure there are not any changes in your retina, because the sooner you get on those changes, the better you're going to be in the future. And lutein and zeaxanthin, these are the carotenoids that are critical to our eye's basic system of protecting our retina, protecting the macular region of our retina, dealing with those age-related changes that we will all experience as we get older. So lutein and zeaxanthin are critical for this product. The anthocyanins, those dark purple pigments in berries,
yes.
We have super highly concentrated standardized extracts of bilberry in this product that deliver the protective compounds, those anthocyanins, which also promote healthy night vision as we age, something that many of us experience, and it might interfere with our ability to drive or read things at night when it's in low light. So those anthocyanins are critical. So this is the comprehensive eye formula. In a moment, we'll talk about a booster formula called Max L plus Z, but this is where it starts. This is sort of the essential one for your eyes, yep, where it specifically targets the critical nutrients for your eyes. By the way, we deliver a little bit of lutein or zeaxanthin. No other multivitamin delivers lutein and zeaxanthin, but we deliver a little bit of lutein and zeaxanthin. None of the leading multivitamins do in our Essential 1, but we deliver 15 milligrams total in our Ultimate Eye.
It's a price today because of the weekend special, and I want everybody to see it, to take advantage of it. Again, this is Andrew's final show until the end of February. So if you want to jump on board to get Ultimate Eye, it's a last chance opportunity, certainly at these savings. 30, 60, 80, sorry, 30, 60, 180 or 360. That's what the price will be. I, of course, would rather you paid this because you're saving a really decent amount of money, $40 off that larger size. And as Andrew, you discussed, these are expensive ingredients. This is an expensive formula.
And what many people are now doing, if they normally would take 2 capsules of this product, and a lot of folks are now taking 1 capsule of Ultimate Eye and then taking 1 booster capsule of the Maximum L plus Z, which we'll talk about in a moment. I still take 2 capsules of Ultimate Eye, and I also take 1 capsule of the Maximum L plus Z. And to me, I spend a lot of time outdoors, and the sun is really challenging to vision. Of course, I wear sunglasses, but I treasure my eyesight. I also have light eyes, so I want to do everything I can to give my body what it needs to protect my vision. And lutein and zeaxanthin, the other ingredients in this very comprehensive formula, are exactly what you would be giving your eyes if you were putting it together yourself.
So we've changed our graphics to reflect that. You can grab that new Maximum L and Z. It is available as a separate purchase if you so desire, 30 through to 240 caps. Again, free shipping and flex pay is available. So really we're going to the heart and soul of these important ingredients. Andrew, is it ever too late to start taking this? Because some folks might think it is.
Absolutely not. In fact, the Maximum L plus Z is a product that when I was talking to my ophthalmologist, and he loves our Ultimate Eye formula, but had said, we really need a separate booster for a lot of our older patients who are starting to see some changes, that we just want to make sure that we give the eye all of the nutritional protection it requires. And lutein and zeaxanthin, they are the optical pigments in the retina of our eye. They protect our eye, they support clear vision. So it's something that in terms of age, it's never, ever too late. It's sort of, is it ever too late to start eating a healthy diet, deriving the benefits therefrom? Never. In fact, in most cases, the older we are when we start, the more dramatic the differences we see when we start. Because when we're young, we have, I call it the most incredible vaccine or inoculation imaginable, youth. When we're young, we have youth on our side. When we're older, we really see a difference of how well our body can function when we finally give it what it needs in adequate quantities.
Andrew, I have to admit, I tried to be like you and do the little pinprick on the Maximum L and Z, although my results weren't as graceful as those you do.
Isn't it interesting how it looks like you pricked your finger and not the capsule?
Yes.
But it's so concentrated, the levels of lutein and zeaxanthin. That's 18,000 milligrams of lutein and zeaxanthin in their perfect natural form, that they're normally kind of a yellowish orange, but that's so concentrated that it appears to be almost opaque, dark orange. It's a really beautiful color, but that's how concentrated this is. So if you're ophthalmologist, optometrist, optician, just as mine did, and I know many of them have because I've read your emails and letters, that this was a level that also is being recommended as a booster level. So when you combine this with Ultimate Eye, you're going to get to 22 milligrams of lutein, and you're going to be at 11 milligrams of zeaxanthin, which is really just a perfectly impressive amount. And in any event, simply follow what your eye doctor is telling you to do. But what's wonderful and gratifying for me, an ingredient that I introduced initially over 20 years ago that most people dismissed, you'd be hard-pressed to find an optician or an optometrist that doesn't recommend lutein and zeaxanthin to all their patients.
If you'd like to order pricing, the most popular sizes are actually the 120 and the 240 capsules down there. So savings you can see versus the regular HSN price. We're proud to do FlexPay. It means you get what you want now, you pay over time, 0% interest. Anything that you try that you don't love, Andrew and us, HSN would obviously want you to send it back for a return on the purchase price.
Happy
to say, exactly.
Happy to take it back. We don't want you to be unhappy or disappointed. I know that my products happen to have, by far, the lowest return rate at HSN by a dramatic amount. So products like Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nails, I think the large size, I think our return rate is at somewhere around 1%, and I think typically most products are 10, 15% if you look out on the world of the internet and direct selling. So our products are going to make you very happy when you get them home. The last thing you'll want to do is send them back.
I don't think I'm saying anything I shouldn't when I say that it's no secret. Andrew's line at HSN is our truly biggest line and certainly most well-received and most loved line in terms of reviews and customer pick status. That's what really matters, Andrew.
What I also want to emphasize with Maximum L plus Z, lutein and zeaxanthin, these are, again, ingredients your body cannot make them. They're not typical ingredients of the American diet. One of the reasons I believe our eye health in this country suffers. It's very important to eat things like spinach and kale and green leafy vegetables. That delivers an abundance of lutein. Zeaxanthin is unfortunately really hard to get even with the healthiest diet. So these are a critical part of the structure of your eye. These are not optional ingredients. So in order to protect the retina, the macular region, your eye concentrates lutein and zeaxanthin there. In order to do so, we need to deliver it to our body. And that's what this booster product was designed to deliver on, basically on that request and that specific requirement that doctors are now recommending these kinds of levels of lutein and zeaxanthin for those patients who require it.
You know, we read the reviews and we talk about the sharpness of vision and being able to see more clearly in the dark, and we talk about better accommodation and all of these things that start to seemingly struggle with age. And, you know, I notice it, obviously, things aren't as clear as they used to be. It can be, Andrew, it's disheartening when you start to really see the effects, you know, coming into play.
Well, you know, it's something we all have to become comfortable with. Aging is not it's not a fun process,
right?
But it really beats the alternative, and it's up to us to do the best we can within our means to protect ourselves. And even a product like the Maximum L plus Z, if all you could afford is to take even 2 capsules a week, and we did the math before, even at 1 capsule per week, most people will double their intake of lutein and certainly zeaxanthin. Right. That's 1 capsule per week, which hopefully helps you understand how this really is a booster that's designed to meet the needs of someone who's been specially recommended to take additional lutein and zeaxanthin, which I believe that's all of us. Even though I eat a diet rich in green leafy vegetables, I see the research, and in reading the research, I understand how critically important lutein and zeaxanthin is to the health of my eye. But even more than that, the research now that's rolling in that's even more exciting is the protective role that lutein and zeaxanthin plays to our aging brain, which shouldn't be a surprise because our eyes are essentially just a specialized version of our brain. Right. Our sensory organs, it's sort of part of a specialized version of our nervous system, our brain. And lutein and zeaxanthin, critical protective molecules for the brain, especially the healthy aging brain. So, and that's something I'll talk about more the next time I'm at HSN.
Well, we are kind of rattling through this show at a crazy pace. We have 20 minutes left, 22 minutes left. And just a reminder, in 13 minutes, our finale item is my pick for the new year. It's one of my favorite products that Andrew brings to HSN. I can't wait to share it with you. Just 13 minutes till you see what it is. And something, again, that isn't always on TV. Before we get to there, though, we need to talk about cranberries, because they can be tart and bitter unless they are laced with sugar, of course. We need to talk about the bladder, kidney, urinary tract. There's a lot of benefits with cranberry, Andrew.
In fact, one of the most common questions we received, again, were questions relating to supporting the urinary tract, the bladder, kidneys. And what I always say, the first thing is really making sure that we adequately hydrate ourselves. And of course, follow your doctor's instructions. Cranberry is Mother Nature's natural tool to support a healthy environment in our urinary tract, especially in our bladder. The reviews on this product are absolutely incredible. Yeah. I think it's well, I can see on the screen, it's rated 4.8 stars, yes, which means that probably 97, 98% of the reviews are positive reviews. So it just, what could be wrong with this product? All we do is find the best source of cranberry. We concentrate it and deliver it in a small, easy-to-swallow capsule. So as long as Mother Nature didn't make a mistake, we're not making one either.
And Andrew, I opened up one of the capsules to see this most beautiful baby pink color, and that's all natural. It's all real.
And that's exactly it's the concentrated extract from the cranberry fruit. If you wanted to taste it, it would be horrible to taste,
right,
because as you said, cranberries are just incredibly, incredibly bitter. The only way, I love cranberry juice, but I only love cranberry juice because it's got a couple hundred calories of sugar in it. And sugar isn't in the best interests of any system really in our body. So unfortunately, cranberry juice is not the best option to give your body what your doctor might recommend when your doctor says get some cranberry. And now it's, as I often say, that cranberry really has become the poster child for a traditional ingredient that now has taken on real scientific credibility.
Well, pricing is so accessible, so affordable. Even I'll just shoot straight to the largest size. You can order tonight. Again, this is the end of our visit with Andrew, the last live show, as it were. So we're excited to offer these values to you. $39.90 for the largest size, for the best cranberry product that I believe is out there, that everybody that seems to take it also agrees. When you compare, there's no comparison. $39.90 saves you $25. I'll read a couple of quick reviews. This first one says, perfect. I have a history of UTIs and was trying other things to prevent them. Then I saw Andrew's cranberry benefits and listened to what he had to say about it and its benefits. So I gave it a try and I'm on my second bottle. Wow. Since I've been taking cranberry benefits, I've not had any UTIs. Woohoo! What a relief. This product does what it's supposed to do. Thank you, Andrew. Then one last one. Sorry, Andrew, carry on.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, it's just important to note, cranberry is not a drug, not a medicine, not designed to treat or cure UTIs, but what it is designed to do is create a healthier environment in our urinary tract and bladder, and in so doing, that healthier environment speaks for itself.
Some powerful words always with what people experience. This is a review from MC in New York. Didn't realize how well it worked until I ran out. I have had frequent urinary issues for many years, several times a year. However, once I started on the cranberry benefits, I didn't have nearly as many, but it wasn't until I ran out of them that I realized just how well they work. Within a few days of not taking them, I was experiencing discomfort again. But once my new supply arrived and I began on them again, all is well with no further issues. Count me among the believers. Once you discover something that works for you, you never want to be without. And I do believe the reason why we have so many hundreds of folks ordering our cranberry benefits right now is because this is the moment to stock up. Andrew's products are typically always available online at hsn.com. However, when Andrew is here, you obviously get the biggest and best bonuses, benefits from free shipping and handling, the wonderful flex pays, and special purchase prices. Andrew, $39.90 for what seems to be an ever-growing list of benefits that cranberries can bring.
Again, about 15 cents a capsule. And also cranberries, it's important to note, cranberry also contains a whole range of protective compounds, just like any red-colored or purple-colored fruit. But the most important attribute of cranberry is just its protective, supportive benefits in promoting a healthier environment in our urinary tract and bladder. And that's where all these incredible reviews originate. And it's something that, again, all we did is take a page out of, we just copied Mother Nature's blueprint. That's all.
Less than 10 minutes until we reveal our end of our special, which I'm excited to chat with Andrew about and for the folks at home to see. We have a little segment right now, cinnamon and berberine. Always lots of excitement around this. We're going to talk about, I know, Andrew, delivering the correct form, the standardized form of cinnamon. Pricing, again, so affordable at $44.90 for the, for the larger size. This is a high potency blend. And for so long, people ask you, and still continue to do, I know you get questions about it daily, about supporting healthy blood sugar.
Yeah, supporting healthy blood sugar metabolism is something that as a country, we all can benefit from. Even if our doctor hasn't told us we have an issue, having healthier blood sugar metabolism is just a good thing. But unfortunately, given the rates of overweight and obesity in our country, it challenges our ability to manage blood sugar. It challenges what's called our insulin sensitivity. And cinnamon is just a product that it's an ingredient that we validated long before we ever introduced it. But cinnamon bark extract delivers specific compounds that help us just support healthy blood sugar metabolism, healthy insulin metabolism. It's again, not a drug or a medicine. You could feel free to show it to your doctor. It could work perfectly with whatever you're doing. I happen to have very good numbers when it comes to my fasting blood sugar and my A1C, which is really a more important number to understand. But despite having healthy numbers, I take a capsule of cinnamon every day, and I've experienced its benefits, because to the extent we could improve those numbers in the long term, and I hope to be here as long as possible, in the long term, it's beneficial to have healthier numbers in terms of our fasting blood sugar or our A1C. And so the things we can do: follow a doctor's instructions, of course, modify our diet appropriately. Cinnamon is another tool to help us in that regard.
I think I'm always excited to see the results people get, and the success that people have, Andrew, with all of your products. It's kind of inspirational when you see it. I mean, this is 4.7 star rating.
And again, the reviews speak for themselves if you take a moment and just read a few of them. But it's a request we had for a long time, and there really aren't any credible products that I had seen back 10 or 15, 20 years ago that could really, beyond taking the vitamins or minerals that might support healthy blood sugar metabolism, but there wasn't really something that could make a difference until the science and research on cinnamon bark extract. And as important as it is, berberine, which we'll speak about in a moment, berberine also contains or also possesses that same capability to support healthy blood sugar metabolism, healthy insulin metabolism, and also to help us in terms of lipids, and we'll talk about that in a moment. So the two work hand in hand. But cinnamon, you only need to take 1 or 2 capsules a day to get the benefits of this product.
Well, talking about being inspired, I'll read one review. It works for me. In June, my A1C was 6.1. After taking this product for about 10 months, my A1C was 5.7. I will continue to use this product. I'm almost 65 and have been pre-diabetic for many, many years. I do not want to take medication, so I decided to give this a try, and it sure works for me. If you want to see how it works for you, please be our guest. That's the only way to truly know. The value is sensational: 30, 60, 120, or the 240 caps. Do the flex pay. You might have added a few of Andrew's products into your cart tonight, maybe Essential One and the Omega product. Certainly do the flex pay on all of them. You're spreading the cost, and it allows you to get what you want right now. One of the things that we are proud of is the quality, integrity, the purity, no fillers and binders, none of the stuff that we don't want, only the things that we do want. Andrew, you mentioned berberine. I'm going to open one of the beautiful sunflower yellow berberine capsules as well. This is a partner product to the cinnamon.
It's a partner product. You could use it on its own as well. They both work well on their own. We tend to mention them together because they have similar properties in regard to their ability to help support healthy blood sugar metabolism, healthy insulin metabolism, something that we all seek. Berberine, unlike cinnamon, with cinnamon we take 1 capsule or 2 capsules daily. With berberine, you're going to need to take at least 1 or 2 capsules with each meal. So you need to take higher levels to get the similar type of benefit. Also, berberine helps with our lipid levels as well. It helps to promote a healthy management of our lipids in terms of, say, our cholesterol level. So berberine, that pretty color, lets you know it's a close relative of and it's a close relative actually of turmeric. So turmeric and the bright yellow color it possesses, not all that dissimilar from the bright yellow color of berberine. This is from barberry root extract, turmeric root extract. So they're both extracts of the roots of similar plants. And berberine is just a remarkably beneficial, powerful ingredient. It's something that we only introduced a couple of years ago. It hasn't gotten a lot of time. But as you can see, it's a product that's very difficult to get in a capsule, but of course we do it without additives at all. Right. So and it's just a kind of a waxy, gummy material, but it's something that delivers in a way that even if you look at cinnamon, it could be superior to cinnamon in many respects.
I do want to take a moment to let everybody know as well. We talk about the whole experience with Andrew's line. Andrew, Vitamin Angels is something that continues to astound in the best possible way. So proud of this endeavor that you've been such a leader in for so many years now.
I think at Vitamin Angels, we were responsible. Vitamin Angels was always doing wonderful things in terms of children's vitamins worldwide. But Howard, the founder of Vitamin Angels, and I got together and put our heads together, and we thought the prenatal area is just an area where you can make just an enormous difference. You could transform societies. And so we decided a few years ago we created the first donated prenatal vitamin. And we've donated, I think we're approaching 2 billion doses of prenatal vitamin. So it's something as much as we're responsible to the environment, we're responsible to you by making additive-free, pure products, we try to be socially responsible and give back to those in need. And 25% of the prenatal vitamins we donate go right here in the United States to rural areas, to the inner city, or to Native American reservations all around the U.S.
It's a wonderful cause, and with every purchase of an Andrew Lessman product, you're helping to give back, which is, of course, a wonderful thing. I know there's only 9 or 10 minutes left, and it is that moment in the show, which I've been talking about the entire time. My pick for the new year, one of my all-time favorites. I could talk about it all night long. It's actually 2 favorites. There are many of us that are not eating enough fabulous green leafy vegetables. There are many of us that are not eating enough gorgeous fruits. I want to introduce you to this. This is our cruciferous extracts and fruitful antioxidants, an absolute powerhouse product. You choose either or. I would honestly recommend you to get both. We're going to kind of dig into this. For me, for the entire show, it's the one thing that you've got to get. If somebody in your family doesn't eat enough of the good stuff, this is a gift that you can give them and say, listen, take one of these every day. You'll feel better. They'll feel better knowing that they're getting some of Mother Nature's most powerful ingredients. I'm going to quickly take you through the pricing. Cruciferous extracts or fruitful. One is fruit. One, of course, is your vegetables over here. The value is astonishing. For the big finale tonight, $30, $60, $180, or $360. Cruciferous extracts, only $89.90. And we'll talk about the ingredients because it will blow you away. Broccoli and kale and red cabbage. I mean, powerhouse ingredients. Same goes with our fruitful, also $89.90. Andrew, you know I'm a huge fan of these 2.
Absolutely. And what's important to note is, and I was just talking to someone when I checked into this hotel where we're doing this fast today, they recognized me and started talking to me about these kinds of products. The typical fruit and vegetable-based product is just a dry fruit and vegetable powder. That doesn't apply to any of the ingredients in our product. All of our ingredients are extracts. And by extracts, what I mean is that we specifically target a molecule in that fruit or vegetable, and we concentrate to deliver the benefits of that specific ingredient. So it's typically an extract is going to cost 10 times to 100 times more than a dried fruit or vegetable. And most of the products on the market are just dried fruits or vegetables. They call them superfoods. If you're just going to get dried fruit and vegetables, then all you should do is eat the fruits and vegetables. But what we do, each of these ingredients, it's an extract standardized for a specific active component. And I think Adam is putting, I'm delayed on my computer here, but I know you added a single capsule into what's probably about a gallon of water.
Yep.
And that one capsule, because of the concentration of the anthocyanins in our fruitful antioxidants, that one capsule will turn that water so dark purple it almost becomes black.
And it is happening. So again, it's happening on the screen right now, Andrew.
But that doesn't work with dried fruit.
Right.
That only works with extracts. And the same thing for the cruciferous extracts. And this time of year, a lot of us struggle because fresh produce is not the best. So a lot of us struggle with our fruit and vegetable intake. That's why I always say I recommend try to find some good organic frozen produce.
Yeah.
Because when they freeze produce, in most cases, the nutrients stay exactly where they were. So frozen things like peas and corn, rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, but things like frozen berries we have at the house, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, even frozen pineapple, banana is great to make smoothies, even during the winter. So wow, you can see how dark the solution becomes. It's kind of funny. I'm usually on the set. I'm not seeing it on TV.
I'm trying to multitask tonight, Andrew. I'm doing it all, but I'm excited.
You're doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. I will say this to every single person watching, and we have at this stage approaching 800 folks placing their orders. For many of us, this isn't a reality every day. Whether we're not wired that way or we don't love the flavor, enjoy the flavor, maybe we're not big on kale, maybe we're not big on some of the berry flavors, whatever it may be, this I can do. I know I can do this. I know I can take one capsule of cruciferous extracts and I can take one capsule of Fruitful and get a world of benefits. That's what I mean about little things in the new year. It's a tremendously affordable price for the quality of these ingredients. These are superfood ingredients that can only be bringing better health to us in the new year. Fruitful will be the first to sell out, just a little behind, but quite frankly, selling evenly is the cruciferous extracts. Andrew, when I was reading through again to remind myself, I mean, I forgot half the time. You know, you talk about elderberry and raspberry and strawberry and grape skin. There's just a wonderful mix in there.
There's a big chart that we have. There's a big chart for both products. And the long chart on the Fruitful antioxidants, if they have it there, it just shows all of the contents. And because we don't have additives, each capsule is 100% full of either fruits or vegetables and their extracts. And again, you can buy dried blueberry for probably $2 a pound.
Right.
If you want to buy the best blueberry extract or bilberry extract, you're paying hundreds of dollars a pound. That's the difference. And because that extract eliminates all the calories and sugar and fiber, the things you don't want, and targets the protective compounds. And even better, it should be called, rather than Fruitful antioxidant extracts, it really should be Fruitful protective extract. Right. Because they are so protective in so many different ways. And the same goes for our cruciferous extract, where we standardize for sulforaphane. It's just a different way to approach these products than the typical kitchen sink products, as I call them, where they throw every fruit and vegetable in that you could find in the kitchen sink, everywhere, everything but the kitchen sink. But they're not standardized. So they're just dried fruit. And you might as well eat fruit if it's going to be dry fruit.
The difference it made to me in my life is I can't even express psychologically, knowing when I take one of these each day, I'm doing a great thing. Because again, every day I wasn't eating these foods, these fruits. It just wasn't happening. But when you take, as it says in the graphics, you know, Mother Nature's healthiest foods, and you combine it and you jam it into these little easy to swallow capsules, there's nothing that could be easier to do. In this new year, of all the ambitious goals we've got, Andrew, this is the easiest.
And well, but hopefully what it does, as I always say, it serves as a menu to inform you of what these healthy berries and healthy vegetables are.
Yes.
And reminds you to try and eat them. That's really the best thing I can say, is that to the extent we can find ways, and for a lot of people, I've already gotten feedback in the past speaking about frozen fruit, that most people think frozen fruit is terrible.
Right.
No, frozen fruit is generally as nutritious as fresh fruit, and my berries usually grow fur on them in the refrigerator. My frozen fruit is fine, and I could use it and make a wonderful smoothie with Secure, with whey protein. So the key is, and that's what this product is about, finding easier ways to consume the things that deliver on that promise of health. We're all aging. Aging, I can guarantee you, will be unkind at some point. Really, our job is trying to find out if we can do what it takes to make that aging process a little more graceful, a little more kind, a little more gentle. And that's really what I try to do. I try to do it for myself, for my parents, I try to do it for everyone who watches our shows.
This is not always on television, which is why I was excited to see it in the lineup tonight. It is my pick of the new year. I hope you get it and try it and love it. There's nothing better that money can buy in terms of the purity in the ingredients and the thoughtful way that Andrew delivers them. I mean, so incredibly selected. They're now selling evenly cruciferous extracts and fruitful for you indeed, but for somebody you love, who you care about, who you cherish, who you want to make sure they're getting more of the right stuff. I can't recommend anything better. It's wonderful. All the products tonight have been fantastic. And Andrew, of course, our special savings event, that's kind of wrapping up. So if anybody's got anything in their shopping cart, make sure you check out to secure those very special prices. Andrew, thank you for doing this with us. This was a lot of fun.
And I'm not sure, did we have any Choco Nouveau Cafe left, or did it all go away?
From last I heard, there was like 150 left, and that was it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gosh.
If you missed out the world launch of Choco Nouveau Cafe tonight with coffee in it, it's amazing. Definitely pick that up while you can. We're going to show you the information as well on the screen. 20 through to 180 servings. Andrew, we wish you all the best with your water fast, and I look forward to seeing you at the end of February.
No, it'll be fun. I can't wait to eat again. So I'll see everyone at the end of